Good day everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, part of our Azure Data Explorer cluster series, we are diving into a real world challenge. How to import a CSV file from a storage account into Azure Data Explorer securely. Both my Azure Data Explorer cluster and my storage account have public network access disabled, which means we can't just connect over the public internet. Instead, I will show you step by step how to set up a secure connectivity using Managed Private Endpoint. We will cover every detail from configuring networking settings to executing the data ingestion so you can keep your data secure without sacrificing functionality. If you are working with sensitive data in Azure or simply want to level up your ADX skills, this video is for you. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update from this series. Let's get started. I'll be using this particular Azure Data Explorer for this video. Yeah, what we'll be doing is like we will be ingesting the data into this particular cluster. But before starting, let's look at the storage account. Let's go to the container here. And if you go inside this JB Bank container, you have a CSV file called HDFC Bank. So what we'll do is like we will ingest this particular CSV file into the JB cluster free Azure Data Explorer cluster. Okay. So before that, what we'll do is like let's go to our networking here. Yeah. And then what we'll do is like we will disable the public network access. So what I'll do is like from enabled from all networks, let's go to the enabled from selected virtual networks and IP addresses, and let's click on save here. Yep, let's wait for it to complete. Once it is saved, what I'll do is like I will add my Azure Data Explorer cluster into the access controller I am in the storage account. Yeah, let's click on add role assignment, and then search for blob reader. Yeah, let's select that storage blob data reader. Yeah, and then click on next, and then let's click on select members. And then what we'll do is like let's select this JB cluster free. Yep, and then select it. Yep, it's there. So let's click on review and assign. It's getting added now. Let's wait for it to complete. Okay, it is added now. So now what we'll do is like let's go to the JB cluster free Azure Data Explorer. Before that, let's look at the networking one more time just to make sure we are enable this particular option. Okay, so if you see here, we have not selected enable from all networks. Yeah, the save is disabled. So now what we'll do is like let's click on ingest here. Let's select the Azure storage as the data source here. Yeah. And what I'll do is like I will create a new table. Let me name it as HDFC underscore price. Yeah, this is the table name that I will use. And as far as the data source is concerned, I will add the option. I will use the option add URI. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is like I'm going to provide the URI details here. Let's discuss how to get this particular information. So if you see here, I have copied my storage account details here, yeah, and then the container name, which is JB Bank, and then the CSV file, okay. And after that, I have the question mark, and then I have the access token here, okay. So what I'll do is like I will copy this, and then I will paste it here, okay. So now this is pasted now, yeah. And then let's click on this add, and then let's see if it is going to get added. So now if you see here, it basically tells like failed to access the specified storage. Make sure your cluster has network connectivity and permission to access the storage. This is the error that we are getting. Yep. Now what we'll do is like let's go to our Azure Data Explorer cluster, and then go to security plus networking, and let's click on networking here. Yep. And then what we'll do is like let's go to Managed Private Endpoints here. Yeah. And then let's click on Add. I have named my Managed Private Endpoint as appropriate. Selected the required subscription. Yeah. Resource type is Microsoft.storage slash storage accounts. And I've selected my storage account. Yeah. And then target sub resources blob. Let's click on create. So if you see here the creating managed private endpoint, the creation is in progress. Let's wait for it. Let's click on refresh here. Yep. So if you can see here, I'm able to see that getting created. Yeah. Now what we'll do is let's go to our storage account here. Yeah. And then let's click on private endpoint connections. I don't see anything right now. So let's do a refresh. Let's give it like a couple of more seconds for that to show up here. Yep, if you see here, we are able to see it here. It is the same private endpoint that we created there. So let's click on it and then do an approve. Okay, let's wait for the approval to complete. Yep, it's completed now. So if you see here, the connection state is approved. Now let's go back to our cluster here and then let's do a refresh. Yep, it is still getting created. Okay, so it is still getting created. Let's give it like a couple of more minutes to get it completed and then we'll take it from there. Let's refresh it one more time. And then if you see here, the provisioning is succeeded. Yeah, so it is added now. So now what we'll do is let's head to the ingestion part here. And then what we'll do is we will try clicking on this add button here. And then let's see what happens. If you see here this time after adding the managed private endpoint, we did not get any error. Instead, it got added here. Yeah. Now let's click on next. Okay, so we are able to see the data here after we clicked on next. Let's click on finish here for the load to happen. So it is creating the command. Let's look at the command here. And it is currently executing. Let's wait for it to complete. So it basically used this particular command for creating the table, create table HDFC price. Yeah. So this is the table name here that we have selected there. Now, if you see here, so whatever is we have started the load, we can see that it is completed now. Let's click on close. Let's query it. The table name is HDFC underscore price. Let's see if we can see the required data. So now if you see here, we are able to see the data inside this table. So what we have done as a recap, we ingested data into the Azure Data Explorer JB cluster free using a CSV file that's present on the storage account. And what we have made is as far as the network setting is concerned, we disabled public access and then specifically created a secured communication between the Azure Data Explorer cluster and the storage account using a managed private endpoint. Yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Jai Hind.